And this is going to be a little different than other Zoom calls because I want to let them have the opportunity to ask you the questions that they prepared and they put together. And I'm kind of going to just take the background, but I want to say congrats on getting all the love recently on Playdate and coming back out of nowhere because of all the love, I guess you could say, on TikTok and different other social media outlets. And I also want to say Fire Drill is pretty awesome too.
Thank you very much. I get to see everyone's face. Hello, hello.
What's up, everybody? Make sure you wave. Say hi.
Hello, hello.
All right, so we're gonna start with Jasmine, who has your first question, and she's gonna talk to you.
Hello.
Okay, so my question is, how do you deal with hate and how do you ignore it?
I think like the amount of empathy that I have for people is kind of what helps me deal with the hate, because at the end of the day, I know that like whenever someone leaves a hateful comment, they're going through their own stress and their own challenges, their own things on a day-to-day basis. So I know that like I should never take it personally. And that's something that I've been working on since I was a kid, because I got bullied in high school and middle school. So I think as an adult, I've just kind of transformed out of that mentality of taking things too personally. So, yeah.
Okay, my friend Jillian, she said thank you because you helped her since she was 10 and you basically helped her to become who she is today. And same with me, you helped me through a lot.
Oh, that's amazing and very sweet. Thank you.
I know. And the Hype Squad, Carrie, Kaya, Rosie, Alondra, Brennan, and Ireland said hi.
Oh, tell them I said hello.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too.
All right, thank you, Jasmine. And then our next question is to go to Vanessa, who is standing by. Let me get Vanessa on.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. My question is, how important is it to get different messages across to the audience about different life experiences?
It's very important. I think that my main goal when I make music is first and foremost to like expand my idea of storytelling and just understanding that everybody has a different story. So for me to limit my music to only my perspective or my story, I feel like it's very limiting. And I think it's important as artists to talk about so many different topics that other people are dealing with and can relate to. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to Talena.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. My question is, what's your favorite all-time lyrics that you wrote in all your songs?
Lyrics?
Yeah, like out of like all your songs, what's your favorite lyric you ever wrote?
That's a good question. I think like as I write new music, my newer music becomes my favorite music that I make. So my favorite lyrics are actually on the EP that I'm coming out with soon. It's the third track. So I guess watch out for the third track. Yeah.
I just want to say I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too. Oh, I think her sound cut out. I think your sound cut out.
Yeah, Talena, your sound cut out for a second. Yeah, we can't hear you. Yep, you went quiet. Uh-oh, let me see if I can mute her and bring her back. Go ahead and unmute one more time.
I am unmuted?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I think my internet went off. But I just want to say I love you so much, and I've been supporting you since 2014, and you helped me with so much with my anxiety and everything.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for supporting me for that long. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on to Maylene next.
Hi.
Hello.
I wanted to ask you, what's the craziest fan experience you've encountered?
I think I did Lollapalooza in South America, and it was really intense. Like, I think that probably, like, there was this one encounter that I had when I went to Lollapalooza. Like, I went into the van to go, like, on the way to, like, sound check, and there were, like, 15 kids surrounding the van, banging on the windows, and, like, it was really, honestly, kind of scary and very intense. I think that was probably it, yeah.
And I also wanted to ask you if you could say happy birthday to a friend. Her name is Isa, and her birthday is tomorrow, and she's a really big fan.
Yeah, happy birthday, Isa. I love you. I wish that I could meet you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Awesome. Brianna, you're up next. Brianna? Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Okay, we'll give Brianna a second. We'll move on to Samantha and come back to Brianna in just a second. Samantha.
Hi, Melanie.
Hello.
My question is, what was your favorite scene to film in the K through 12 movie and why?
I think that the performance stuff was really like natural for me to shoot because I didn't have to think about like all the other stuff like the acting or directing or, you know, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm here and I'm going to just perform and that's that. And there's no overthinking it or anything like that. So I think like the strawberry shortcake, the cake scene and the high school sweethearts performance, like the dance scene, I think those types of performances were like fairly like just really fun to shoot, honestly. And also the recess ballroom scene was really fun because me and the girls like between every single take were just like cracking up and we like couldn't stop laughing. So it was just, I don't know, it was just a really like funny experience. But yeah.
It's one of my favorite scenes.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too. It's nice to meet you.
You too.
All right, next up we got Christina ready to ask you a question.
Hi. Okay.
Oh, I think you're muted.
Okay.
There you
Hi. So first of all, I just wanted to say that you like shaped who I was in middle school. So like I've been listening to you for a long time. So like thank you for that. Your music, like love it. But my question is, how like do you think it's harder to be a Latina artist, especially with your like unique style and music?
I think like growing up, it was like an interesting journey because I feel like people always expected me to like sound and look and act a certain way because I'm Latin. And I think like growing up too with like my parents who were taught by their parents to teach their kids, aka me and my brother, to speak English, and they didn't really put a lot of importance on teaching us Spanish. So I got picked on a lot, even just by my own family of like, you know, being called like gringa because, or like, or by my Dominican friends being called like white, or, you know, or like people erasing me being Latin because I don't speak Spanish, even though I grew up with the food and the music and the culture and my family, and, you know, just it's like, so it was definitely like a hard thing growing up because I felt like I felt very misunderstood and I didn't feel like a lot of people like saw me for who I was, and so, or just tried to like put a box around me. So I think like, I don't know, like I think yeah, it's like it's difficult like here and there, but I think more so like I'm just grateful for any, you know, any I don't know, like any support that I get as an artist, as a Latin artist, especially because I feel like the support for me goes for others as well. Like there are other kids who feel like me as well, you know, in that regard, and make music and want to be seen for them and not put into a box of whatever their ethnicity is, you know. So I think it's really like cool to just be yourself and to not worry about the expectations that others have of you. Yeah, I don't know. I hope that answers that question.
Yeah, it did. I just want to say, like, I totally related to like the whole like not speaking Spanish, but growing up around the culture. And everything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely a
Thank
thing,
you,
yeah.
Christina. All right, let's see. Anna's hanging out with her little brother. I want to give her an opportunity. We have two Annas in here, so I don't want to confuse everybody. But Anna's hanging out with her little brother. I want to give her an opportunity to say what's up to and answer your question.
Hello.
Oh my god. Okay, everybody was like perfect with their talking and everything. I just like didn't have this ready. So it took me a lot of time to think about a question I wanted to ask you because we've been supporting you for such a long time, and you know, we just everything you do is like, I love it. My best friend Layla, she loves you so much too. Oh my god. Sorry. And the question that kept coming up was about the movie, and like, what was your process for like the movie? Did you already have it in mind during Crybaby? And like, just your favorite outfit from the whole film.
So like the process of the movie was really complicated because I don't know when I decided to actually make a movie, but I knew that I wanted to, even with the Crybaby album. I was like, I really loved the idea of combining all of the music videos to make one big visual, or something like that. But I didn't have the opportunity to, because with the first album, like most artists, when they're signed to a label, you're only allowed 2 music videos per album cycle. So that's like the norm. So it was really, it was like just a challenge to try to get the label to agree to keep funding these music videos. And I think I just kept sending in music video treatments over and over again until finally they were like, yeah, this sounds cool. Like, let's do it. And then it finally got to the point where I just got the support from the label and the encouragement from the label to actually make a film. And once I got the okay to do that, I started working on writing a script, and I didn't know how to write a script before ever. So I just kind of wrote my ideas down just in like Excel, like Microsoft Excel, like in a shot list format, and then learned, how to write a script through YouTube tutorials, things like that. And so it's really important. YouTube tutorials, and if anybody wants to just write anything really, YouTube is a great source of information. Highly suggest. But yeah, then there was also 2 months of pre-production. So there was a month of pre-production in LA, which means I would go to the office, the pre-production office, with the producers from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day. And I would go and work out the logistics of okay, I wrote this in the script, and this is a lot, this is going to cost a lot. How do we reduce that to something where we can still get the idea across, but not have to spend all this money on set design stuff or whatever. So that's kind of the type of logistics that I would go over for 2 months, 1 month in LA, 1 month in Budapest, in Hungary. And so it was a long process. I didn't know how to really dance, or I didn't know how to pick up choreography, or at least I didn't think I knew how, but I really wanted to challenge myself to do that. So I also was working with Brian Friedman on choreography for the film and things like that. So all of it was very new to me, and I didn't really have much experience. Even directing it seemed very daunting to me, because even if you direct a music video, directing a film and for 31 days is a whole other thing. So it was a long process, very stressful. I broke out in a lot of acne throughout that period of time and was very stressed out, but I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be able to create it, and for the ability to share it with you guys.
Did you have the characters in mind before you made the whole thing? You were I know what I want in the film, I just don't know how to put it in there, or what was
that? It's I guess it kind of came along as I started writing it. So there were certain characters that I knew based off of just astrology. I'm kind of an astrology nerd. I love all that stuff. Yeah. So I was kind of just basing it off of what I thought their birth chart would be and how I think, how I thought maybe they would act based off their birth chart, things like that, I don't know, just fun stuff like that. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you want to ask her something? He's scared. He cried.
He's scared. I'm so shy too, so I get it.
When we went to your concert, and you know how it had to get canceled and everything, he started crying, and I was like, don't worry about it. We'll see her again. And we're seeing you again.
Hopefully next year. Hopefully next year for sure. Yeah.
Ask her something. Show your face.
What is the name of your new album?
My EP, oh, you mean my next album? I'm not going to give that away. No, but my EP that's coming out soon is called After School EP. So that should be hopefully soon. I'm basically working on the mixes for it right now. So, which means that we're just getting the levels right and all the instruments and whatnot, so that it can sound the best that it can sound, so that when I put it out, I feel confident about it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Anna and her little brother. He probably has a future in media. He went straight for the exclusive right there, huh? Did I actually mute you? Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, I did mute you. I thought I muted you.
Yeah, I just hit unmute. Yeah, it's
okay.
Fine.
Yeah, he went straight for the exclusive. That's what's up, man. We have another Anna who's in our chat today, and let's give her an opportunity to ask you a question really quickly.
My question was actually very similar. Well, hi.
Oh.
But I was gonna ask like how long it took to like make the K-12 movie, but yeah.
Yeah, I think like the length of time, I'm trying to think like, so if I started in the summer of 2017, right? And then 2018 in January, I handed in like not a final, but kind of like I handed in a script and I was like, this is what we need to figure out. And they're like, this is way too much money. We have to cut a lot of, scenes out and stuff. So then I kind of did revisions from January to spring. And then spring, summer, we started talking about how we could actually make the movie and figure it out. And then all of summer, it was like pre-production, things like that. And then in November, October, November, December is like that, like for a 3-month period, we were in Hungary, in Budapest, and we were filming for 31 days and doing pre-production. So it kind of was like that length of time. But then even after that, we had editing, we had VFX, color correct, sound, So it's like a whole process. It's a whole process. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Awesome, thank you, Anna. Let's go back to Brianna, because I know she wasn't ready at first. Brianna, are you there this time?
Hi. Yes.
Hello.
Hi. So my question was, what was your favorite song to perform off the K-12 tour set list, and why?
I think Nurse's Office was really fun for me. It's my favorite song to like sing, so I think that's probably why it was just the most fun. And then the encore stuff was really fun because it was like less focused on choreography, and I didn't have so much to think about on stage, and I could just connect with people more. So yeah, and the encore was probably the most fun.
Thank you. So could you maybe say hi to my friend Ramaya and Veronica?
Yes. What is your friend's name? I just don't want to say it wrong.
Ramaya and Veronica.
Hello, Ramaya and Veronica. I love you very much. I wish I could meet you.
Thank you.
Well, Melanie, I want to say thank you for giving us some of your time today to hang out with us, to talk about everything and to answer everyone's questions and everything. I think everyone's having a really good time, and we really appreciate it. We can't wait till you come back to the Bay Area to hang out with us and to perform again, and maybe get you at our shows in the future. We really can't wait.
Definitely. Yeah, that'd be so much fun. Thank you for the opportunity. This is really cool. I like this idea of just being able to talk to people, and Zoom and technology has made that possible. So awesome.
Awesome. Does anybody have anything, like any last words for Melanie? I got the group shot up right now. Does anybody have any last words? I just asked everyone to unmute. Yes. So let's see. Jasmine's putting her hand up. Jasmine? Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Okay, so my friend Angelica, I was supposed to see her with you, but everything happened and it got canceled last time. She asked, how was the process of orange juice, and was it hard?
Oh, for the film or for the tour? Yeah, for the film, it was a whole thing, because that shot of basically, like, the shot where Floor's head opens up and there's like oranges and then the juice that comes out. Do you know? I don't know. That shot was really complicated VFX wise. Like, it was a very tricky one. It's probably the most complicated to work on. And then also there was a prosthetic that was built for that too. So yeah, that was probably the most tricky part of OJ. But yeah, but also like the actual filming of it was very emotional for us as well. We had like me and Sion had a whole prior cry before shooting, and then just to like kind of let our emotions out, and then naturally on camera it kind of came out as well. So it was definitely a whole moment. It was a lot, for sure.
Can you also say hi to her and that you love her?
Yes, hello, I love you very much.
Thank you.
Yes,
Christina, you had your hand up?
Yeah, so I forgot to add that I am planning on seeing you at...
Oh no, you're muted.
She disappeared.
Okay, it keeps muting, I don't know why. But I wanted to say that I'm seeing you at Outside Lands next year, so I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that too. It's gonna be fun.
And my best friend Faith is in here, and she hasn't said anything.
Oh no, Faith, what's up? What's happening, Faith?
Awkward.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's so
I'm
lovely to
good.
meet you. I didn't have a question, but I just wanted to say that you've been kind of my creative inspiration since middle school.
Aw,
You brought me and my friend together.
that's
And I just love
amazing.
your
I love
music so
that.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the support.
Orange is
Amazing.
my current.
Say that again?
Oh, Orange Juice is like my favorite song off K-12. It's such a beautiful song. I love it so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much for all of your amazing music. And also the fact that you made a movie is really inspirational because I love writing, and writing a script is kind of like a dream for me one day.
Do it. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Like if you have an idea, even just writing it down in your notes or in a notebook, like it doesn't have to be technically, perfect with writing a script or anything like that. Like if you look up on YouTube, like how to write a script on Final Draft, if you can get yourself Final Draft and look it up on YouTube, I'm telling you, it's way easier and it looks a lot harder, but it's once you get the hang of it, it's amazing and it's so much fun.
I really love how your movie turned out. It was so beautiful.
Thank you so
and
much.
Vibrant colors. It was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That means so much to me.
Thank you. I love you so much.
I love you too. So nice to meet you. This is amazing, y'all. I love this. This is so fun.
This is really fun. This is pretty chill. Like this is a cool little vibe. Instead of me asking the questions, because nobody wants to hear me talk. They want to talk to me directly.
We want to hear you talk too.
Sometimes that's why they listen to me at night. Sometimes. Again, thank you for giving us some of your time today. We really appreciate it. And like I said before, we can't wait to get you to come back to the Bay. And just a heads up for Outside Lands, definitely bring a jacket, even though it's going to be in the middle of the summer. Golden Gate Park is super cold and it's going to be foggy, but it's a really dope vibe.
Good to know. Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yes, talk to you soon.
Right. Thank you guys, all of you, for tuning in and hanging out. And well, y'all gonna wave to Melanie or no?
Bye. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Guys.
Bye.
Enjoy your day. Do something that you love. Like spend time reading or, breathing outside in your backyard, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Like rest, chill out, take care of yourselves. Drink water. Drink a lot of water, okay? I love you guys. I love you. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye. All right, just a heads up, y'all. I'll put the video up on our website really soon so you can all see it and share it with your friends and talk about it and all that kind of good stuff. And see, Melanie doesn't even want to leave us, y'all. She's still hanging up with us.
I don't.
I mean, while she's here,
the whole way live.
I got one last question. It just came to my mind.
Okay.
Off of Crybaby, what was your favorite music video in a film?
I think as the video started to progress and over time, it got more fun because the label obviously was giving me more opportunity to create the vision that I wanted to create. So I think Mad Hatter, since it was like the last one that I was able to do, and you kind of tell, you know what I mean? Like there's way more going on within it, but definitely that one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Now I'm gonna force everybody to leave.
I know. Bye, guys. I love you.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye. Bye.